go to yep. So I think we are there now. Good. So all this story question for me 2025 life class, whatever, let's leave those ones. Let's go to the business of today. I'm very sure some of us should be conversant with what we have on the screen. And if it is possible, not even if it is possible, please, I would like you to maybe hold a paper around you and a pen. We may have to do some calculations tonight. I want us to contribute into the calculation of tonight. It is very important we do that. So, is there anybody that can't see the screen for now? Is there anybody that cannot see the screen? Hello?
I don't think so, sir, because I can see your screen clearly.
Okay, thank you. So, if you can see the screen, then I want to believe that all of us can see the screen. So, the question here, Cadex Industry Limited is a subsidiary of a large manufacturing company based in China, Cadex International. So they are subsidiary in Nigeria. The company manufactures washing machines, table, gas, cooker, refrigerator, all the likes, which are being sold by the subsidiary in Nigeria. Please try and understand all this story very well. It's not for fun. It's not for fun. Okay. Demand for the company's product is growing, especially among the growing middle class population until recently, when the company started experiencing some hiccups as a result of economic recession in the country and a stiff competition. Please mark those words: economic recession and stiff competition is scuttling the growth of the business. The company is currently selling only 2 products in Nigeria. Both are types of washing machine. So they are making washing machine in Nigeria. So a basic product workshop with functions which are comparable with the existing local competitors' products. And then we have a premium product that is perfect wash, which has functions and features similar to Cadex products in developed countries. Look at that. Please note that very well. A basic product workshop with functions which are comparable with existing local competitors' products. Comparable, that is, they can compete. This one can compete with what is on ground already, a competitor. When it's in local competitors, that is, companies that are situated in Nigeria, made in Nigeria, or maybe they even came somewhere too, but they are into manufacturing of washing machine too. So workshop is basic, but it has some comparison with the competitors' products. Then a premium product, perfect wash, which has functions and features similar to Cadex products in developed countries, which has functions and features similar to Cadex products in developed countries. That is out of Nigeria. The competitive environment in Nigeria is changing rapidly. Apart from Cadex, 2 other companies are offering similar machines in the market. One of these has a factory in Nigeria and is producing machines similar to workshop to compete directly with Cadex. Can you see that? The government of Nigeria has supported these new entrants with tax holiday. Can you see? All these things have their importance, or their usefulness, or their benefits. When we get to such area in the question, we see the government of Nigeria has supported these new entrants with tax holiday as its products has been approved as pioneer product. I'm very sure you will have heard about this thing in taxation. Am I right? Pioneer product or pioneer legislation, tax holiday. Have we heard of something of such? Have we? We should. Am I right? Please, I want us to respond.
So I didn't
The
hear you.
word.
The network was breaking.
The network was breaking. Oh, sorry. I said I want to believe that somehow we'll have had the word tax holiday or pioneer product in taxation. Yes or no? Please, I want us to respond. Though.
So I'm from my end. No.
You have not?
Yes.
Wow.
Pioneer
Wow. Okay.
products.
No,
And
pioneer
I pass.
legislation.
Okay, pioneer legislation. Not really.
Okay. All right. Well, that means you want me to talk a bit of tax here. No problem. I will talk about it. So, pioneer legislation is talking about the fact that you are given a company that is just maybe coming up or coming into a particular industry. Government can decide to waive tax for them. That is, maybe for the first 4 years or first 5 years, they won't pay tax at all. They will not pay tax at all. So most times when government does that, they want to grow a particular industry or a particular sector of the economy. So because of course, when you're already here of it, that no matter what, for the first 5 years, I won't pay tax. If you know of a business that is very lucrative, you can quickly go in there because you know that for those 5 years you won't pay any tax. So which means whatever amount of money you make, you will not pay any tax. So the and most times, early years of the business is very important because if there are too much challenges for the business during the early year, the business could collapse. So, but when there is what we call tax holiday, that is some for some years, maybe you pay some amount of tax, or you won't even pay anything at all. So it becomes a benefit for your business at the long run. So let's continue. I believe we know what we call pioneer legislation now. So let me continue. The other competitor is now considering building a manufacturing plant in Nigeria to produce more highly specialized washing machines similar to Cadex's Perfect Wash. Cadex's international stated mission is to be the leader in its industry, the leader in the industry. The board of Cadex has set the following critical success factors for Cadex Nigeria subsidiary. 1, to be the market leader. 2, to maximize profit and shareholders' wealth within acceptable risk. Then to maintain the brand image of Cadex as top of the range product. Then the board is considering using the following key performance indicators, KPIs for each product. Total profit. Look at it. These words are bold. They are bolded, so it means something. Total profit, average sales price per unit, contribution per unit, market share, margin of safety, return on capital employed, and total quality cost be average based. You have just been employed by Cadex as its performance management controller, and the board of Cadex International has requested that you provide calculations which will show the various indicators suggested above, and then assess how the key performance indicators will address issues in the external environment in Nigeria. The data given in Appendix 1 below has been collated for your use. Nigerian subsidiary information for the most recent financial year. So the information does not involve the China headquarters. So this one is about the Nigerian subsidiary. So you have workshop, you have Perfect Wash. Don't forget these are machines being made by Cadex. The workshop is premium. The workshop is basic. Why the Perfect Wash is what is premium. Yeah. So variable cost tag there you can see it. Material, labor, overhead, distribution, quality cost. Note this word, naira per unit. Please note it, naira per unit. Most times people failed PM because they didn't pay attention to some small things that becomes issue. What is unit? If you turn it to value in currency, you may fail PM because of that. As simple as that. And it will mislead you. So then we have total, we have fixed cost here, we have administration cost, distribution cost, everything is in million naira, quality cost, market cost. Other data, we have revenue, capital employed, we have total market size in millions. You can see units there in units. So it's not in naira, it's in units. Then cardiac sales in millions, in units. 1.12 million, 0.44 million, amount of times. This what you have at the end, this third column. Yes, column. Look, column. So third column, that is the total of what you have for both workshop and perfect wash. Note, the allocation of fixed costs are based on a recent activity-based costing exercise and are considered to be valid. Activity-based costing. Do we still recollect activity-based costing, everybody? What is it about it? What is it about activity-based costing? Please, let's respond. This is like a revision. Do we understand? So as it's coming, let's just be talking about it.
Yes, sir.
If you have not put attention, where you put attention. Okay, let me hear you, ma. Please speak up. Activity-based costing.
Sir, I still need to go and review and go back because how will I even say I'm mixing it up.
Okay, what is there anything you can recollect about it? Anything?
Contribution is equals to the fixed cost plus profit or something like that. Because the activity-based costing, it should be like the traditional method of costing.
Oof.
I can't remember.
Okay, all right. Please, is there anybody online that could also respond to? Is a revision. We're doing revision. Do you understand? So, number one, don't feel bad. If you have forgotten anything, don't feel bad. Please. Don't feel worried. We are revising. We are reminding ourselves. Please, I want us to respond. Okay, Madam Celestina, I know you are online. Please respond. Activity-based costing. What's your understanding about it, or what can you say about it? Madam Celestina, I want you to respond. I know you're online. Please
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma. Oh, yeah. What's your understanding of activity-based costing?
I can only attempt activity-based costing when I see a direct question, sir. I don't even know how to answer this question right now.
So, okay, if what is your understanding? Let's forget about calculation now. What is even your understanding of activity-based costing? What can you say about it?
Is the costing based on the activities of the organization? That's the day-to-day activities. That's how the costing is based. The costing is based on them.
Hey, well done. You want to bribe me? I refuse to take that. Woman, people are very funny. They want to bribe me. Activity-based costing. Okay, well, to some extent, you tried to some extent, but don't forget that one of the issues we have when it comes to costing, when it comes to performance management, when it comes to overhead, is that most times we find it hard to directly trace some overhead to what? To the products that actually generated them. And solving this has been a problem because most times, if you want to allocate overhead, you have to look for one basis or the other that is a bit subjective, that is not really objective. So that is what one of the things that activity-based costing decided to solve. That is, activity-based costing made us understand that whatever cost we see, it must be an activity that would have generated it. And because an activity generated it, then we can as well allocate overheads, making use of cost driver and cost pool. So we use cost driver to allocate the overhead with respect to the cost pool. So and with that, we'll be able to allocate whatever the overhead is. We allocate it in a better way compared to the traditional method where you may have to just do absorption costing, where you just take any basis to apportion it, and it may not be fair in apportionment. So let's leave that one aside. Let's do it like that. It's just a piece for us to pick from. Let's go back to the question. So required, A said provide calculations which shows the key performance indicators suggested by the board for the performance assessment of Cadex Industries Nigeria Limited. Then use pest analysis to identify issues in the company's external environment, and then comment on whether the suggested KPIs addresses the issues. So that is the question. I'm looking at how I can do it in a form that will be able to be looking at the question and they will be looking at the solution at the same time. So that's what if you see my screen, and that's what I'm presently working on. So let me see how I can be able to do that. We'll be looking at the question and then I'll be able to look at the solution. So I'm looking at that now, because that is very necessary for me to do. Okay, all right. Okay, yeah. So yes, I think I've gotten the way out now. Layout. Okay, yeah. Now, let me go back to, we have seen the question now. It says provide calculations which shows the key performance indicator. So what comes to mind now is this. What is our performance indicator? Cool, let me see. I'm working on something. Let me see if because I want us to be able to, as we are looking at the question at the same time, we are also able to look at the solution too. Okay. Let me see if I can. Let me see. I will stop the presentation. I want to see if what I have worked on, if it is okay. What I'm presenting now, can we see it?
Yes, I can see it.
Okay, good. Then if you can, I think I've gotten solution to the challenge I wanted to. Yes, I think was I wanted to be able to look at the question and the solution at the same time. Yeah, I think I've got what I'm looking for. Yes. So now, if you look at this question now, you have the key performance indicators. Can you see it? We have total profit, average sales price per unit, contribution per unit, market share, margin of safety, return on capital employed, total quality cost. So the meaning is that you are going to calculate all this. That is the meaning. And what we need is even in the question. So let's look at total profits first, the total profits. If you are to do total profits, okay, let me ask us quickly. If you want to calculate profit, how do you do it? What's the first step that must be taken? Let's say you want to calculate profit. You already have your variable. Don't forget you have variable cost here, you have fixed cost here. Okay. Let me display. You have variable cost here. You have fixed cost. You have other cost. That's all we have. So now, with all that, if we want to calculate our total profit, how do we go about it? Please, let's respond though. Hey, it's okay. Let's respond though. I can as well just be talking about everything, but I just feel we should talk about it together. If you are to do the profit, what will you do with this information that you have? This time is going. I want us to respond. Please. Well, since nobody is responding,
It's going to be the total revenue less the total cost.
total cost. Okay. All right then.
Total revenue less the total cost.
Good. So let's pick it one after the other. You have revenue there. You want to do profit. You have, don't forget that you have variable cost and you have fixed cost. Now, be very careful because I said something the other time that you have the variable cost. They are what? They are in naira per unit. For your fixed cost, everything is already there completely. So it's not of course fixed cost is not always per one unit or the other, except you have exceptional cases. So now let's be looking at the solution too. Look, we have revenue. This is revenue less cost, total variable cost. Now, if you look at it, total variable cost, this is 28,560,000. And this one that you have here is per unit. So what are you to do? You had everything here. After adding everything here, we are doing for workshop now. We have material 9,000 naira, you have labor 6,000 naira, you have overhead 4,000 naira, you have distribution cost 4,500, and then you have quality cost 2,000. If we had that, what does it give us? If we had that, what does it give us?
It should give us 25,500,000.
Mm-hmm. Hmm? I disagree with you.
25,500. 9,000
25,500.
plus 6,000. That is, sorry, 35. Sorry, 35,500. Okay.
35,500. Is that
Yes.
everybody? Is that so?
25,500.
If you had
20
9,000, 6,000, 4,000, 4,500, 2,000, he said what is what?
plus 6.
25,500.
25,500. Now, check it. Is that what we have here? Look at
No,
what I have.
sir.
No. So why are we having 28,560 here? Why? 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 Why are we having 28,560 and we are not having the figure you mentioned?
The figure we added was they were at a unit. Is it unit per naira or naira per unit?
So now, how do we now get this 28,560,000? How do we now get it? How?
So I'll go down. Let me see the question complete.
Okay. So you have seen the concluding part.
I'm lost too.
You are lost. No,
Multiply it by the sales by unit.
sales per unit. Oh yeah, multiply it.
The,
What is
we
that figure?
we multiply it by the carded sales. That's the one in millions there.
So now, after multiplying, so which of the figure are you picking now? Oh yeah, let me know.
1.12, sir.
1.12 multiplied by what, man?
By 25,500, sir.
So, and what does that give us?
Give us 28,000 one kobo. Is it 1 naira?
No.
0.9.
It should give you 28,560,000. It should.
25 multiplied by 1.12. Okay, yes, 28,560.
So you see how we got it now. I think it's clear to everybody.
Yes, sir.
You are the only one responding. Other madams, they are not responding. What's going on?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Even males are not responding. I mean, Mr. Salisu is not responding at all. Mr. Malik, they are not responding. What's going on? Good. That is what I'm after. Because I've discovered that most times we just let the lecturer talk and talk and talk and talk. We'll check it later. So, and then people will still be asking me questions, what I think they will have gotten. So that was why I felt we must do it together. If it's just one question we can do tonight, I'm okay by it, but we must understand it. Now, that's for what's it called now?
Total variable cost.
Good. So the perfect wash, I won't talk about that one. If you get this, you should be able to know how to get it. Now, total fixed cost, you already have that here. Am I right? 1,800,000,
Yes, sir.
2,608. So if you have that, that should give us 12 million. Am I right? Please, let's add.
Yes.
Should give us 12 million. Is that not so? Should.
Yes, sir.
Good, man. So now look at it. When you had these two, what does it give you? It give you 40,560. If you take 40,560 from 44,800, you have 4,240. That is the profit they ask us to calculate. We do the same thing for perfect wash too, and then the same thing for total. Let's proceed. Number the second, and they said average sales price. Average sales price per unit. Average sales price. Average sales price per unit. Because now, if you look at it, you discover that they give us. Okay, no, let me not talk about it. Now, look at what we have here. You have variable cost, you have fixed cost, you have other data, you have revenue, you have capital employed, you have all this one. Now, with inside all this, how do you get average sales price per unit for workshop? How? How will you get it? You have all this information from top to bottom. How do you not get average sales price for 1 unit of workshop machine? How? Just respond. Though.
So
You're not
come again with your question. You say how are we going to
I think,
get the
sorry, I think we'll take the revenue, then we divide it with the sales. That is 1.2, 1.12.
Oh yeah, please do that, sir. What do we get? Do that. What do we get?
40,000.
40,000. Ma,
please come again with the question.
the question is determine the selling price per unit for perfect wash. Don't forget that. What? No. Is it perfect? No, workshop. Don't forget that the very first information you have, those figure, is for the workshop. Marketing cost, that 8,000, other data revenue, capital employed, total marketing size, million, total credit sales million, this, and that. Everything under that uh, column is for workshop. So we are to determine a unit price for workshop, sales price for 1 unit of workshop.
Yes.
I'm with you, man. I'm with everybody. I want us to respond. Have we gotten the answer? Has anyone of us gotten the answer? And what is it? What's happening? We are not talking again.
I have 40,000, yes, sir.
Okay, 40,000. So, does anyone of us understand how the 40,000 was decided?
No, sir.
Okay, all right. Okay, sir, can you explain to her so that it won't be like maybe the lecturer is the one doing magic? Can you explain
Okay,
to her?
sir. Yes, is the revenue, the naira in revenue, that is 44,800. Then they gave us the carded sales in units, which is 1.12. So you divide the 44,800 divided by 1.12, you will get the 40,000.
Is that clear, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Ah,
Thank you
ah.
very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. So that is the way he said it is exactly like that. So if you want to get for what is it called? Perfect wash, you follow the same process to get for perfect wash. Now, the other one, contribution per unit. Contribution per unit. Let me do the contribution per unit so that it won't look like, oh, this man is all he has not been doing anything. It's us that been doing it. But I just felt it is good. So that I won't just talk blah 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 and I will go and then be like, how you be even do it? Now,
Sir, it's
contribution.
good the way you are doing it, sir. So that we're able to, recall everything we have been doing.
Exactly. Like I told people, PM is not something you use mouth to do. You work it out. You do a lot of work about it. You work PM out. So people fail because most times they don't work it out. And if you don't work it out, you can't get anything from it. So that is that. Okay. So okay. Is anybody will anybody help us out for contribution per unit? Will somebody help us out for contribution per unit?
Ah, contribution per unit, I think it's supposed to be the sales minus the variable cost.
Yes, you are right. That is contribution. Sales, my variable cost is contribution per unit. Okay. Now we have this data here. So, oh yeah, help us out. Yeah, help us out. You know, you have the sales already. The sales is there. So are we attempting it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, ma'am. So so where are we now?
I'm
Contribution per
trying
unit.
to get the variable the contribution per unit.
Okay, ma'am. All right.
Sales minus variable. This is my calculator. So I'm getting 14,500.
14,500 for um
Wash up.
for workshop. Okay. So you're right.
Hmm?
So
Sales minus variable cost divided by the unit, which is 1.12. So you have 14,500.
good. Please, does any one of us get it, or we're having a challenge? Mr. Moradi, how far?
I get it, sir.
You got it. Okay, good.
Yeah, yes, I
Madam
got it, sir.
Celestina, you are not talking. Are you getting this thing?
Yes, sir. I'm with you, sir.
Are you
But
getting?
sir,
Don't say
please,
you
sir.
are you getting it?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Okay. All
Sir,
right.
please, sir. Can I ask a question, sir?
Go ahead, sir.
Sir, okay, what if we have been told that we should calculate a contribution per naira? Can we get it here?
I don't understand what you are saying. Contribution per naira.
Yes, in naira. I think that should be contrib fixed cost divided by what is it called? The I don't know.
It's not
What I'm trying to
contribution.
say that is in units now.
Uh-huh.
What if the question is coming that we should calculate it, we should get it in naira?
It's not difficult now. It's just going to be that means you have revenue already. You have revenue. So what you are going to do is you take away all your variable costs from your revenue. That's all. And you have your contribution, total contribution for workshop for all the units. Total contribution. Is it clear, sir? Mr. Maradio, is it clear, sir? Is it clear? It's clear. Mr. Maradio's network is doing somehow, but it's not clear. I'm not seeing the response.
You don't leave.
What do you say, ma'am?
No, No, the person you are calling, he has left. Maybe he wants to join back again.
Okay, probably. All right, let's continue. Let's continue because of time. Let's continue. So, so let me see. What's the next thing now? I think we have looked at. Okay, yeah, market share. Market share. So, how do we determine market share for workshop with all the information we have here? How do we determine the market share?
Yes.
We have the total market share and then we have the sales. So we just divide it to get the market share for workshop and
Thank
then
you.
for the
Yeah, it's as simple as that. It's not much more than that. And when you do that, that's going to be 1.1 over 9.33. Then the other one 0.44 divided by 1.33. As simple as that. Multiply by 100. And that gives you the market share of such product. I believe we get it. Do we get it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, ma. Thank you. So down is clear. Let's go to the next one. The next one is uh, margin of safety. Who will attempt it for us? Margin of safety. Yeah. Okay, Mr. Moradi, talk. Please respond. Yeah, you want to ask a
Please,
question?
I missed the market share. Sorry.
The market share. Okay, we
Yes.
have been able to resolve the market share when you ran away. Okay, so market share. What my senior colleagues here, the professionals here, what they said, though,
Okay,
what they said, what they said
okay,
is
sir.
grab on the screen. That is, you have sales units for the what's it called, for Cadex, which is 1.12, and then you have the total. When they say market size is talking about the all the sales of every organization that are engaged in what Cadex is doing. Do you understand? That's
Okay.
the market size. So we now wanted to determine, okay, out of the total market size, what does Cadex, what is their own portion of the sales on it or from it? And you already have their sales, we have the market size. So all you do is 1.1 to divide by 9.33 multiplied by 100%. So you know the market size for Cadex sales as concerning workshop washing machine. Is it clear, sir?
Yes, sir. It's clear, sir.
Good. So the next one now is margin of safety. So how do we go about margin of safety? Let's respond though. Margin of safety. People are not talking again. What's going on? Margin of safety. Yeah.
I think we have to get the is it the break-even point or something before we can get the margin of I'm not so sure, sir. Before we can get the margin of safety.
Okay. Now, when it comes to margin of safety, I think you have said something about it. When you're talking about margin of safety, you're already going towards what we call cost volume profit analysis. Have we heard of that before? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oswald, yes,
Cost
sir.
volume profit analysis. So, under that concept, we were told and we were made to understand that cost, volume, and profit, they are related. They work hand in hand. So any little thing you do to any of the three will affect the three. That is what that concept is talking about. So, and then there are many other postulations about it, but I wouldn't be able to go to all those ones tonight. But at least I've given you an idea of cost volume performance. So, and then inside it you have selling price, you have a concept of variable cost, you have concept of contribution per unit, you have concept of contribution to sales ratio, you have concept of what I want to gain, margin of safety, break even point. Now, when you are talking about margin of safety, you are asking yourself that, okay, let me say I want to sell or okay, I'm targeting the profit. 22,000 naira is my target profit. Okay, how much sales will I make that when I make that sales, even if it's below the expected sales, I will still not record loss? Do you understand? That is where the concept of margin of safety comes. And then what else? It means that to get margin of safety, it can be in units. It can also be in naira. That is the value. It can be in value, currency value, monetary amount, or in units. But the formula for it is that either you use, what do you call it? Either actual sales or budgeted sales. Then you less break even point sales, either in naira or in units. Do we get it?
Yes,
Do
sir.
we get it? Okay, good. So that is what will now lead us to what else we need. So if we have a pen, you first of all write it down. That, that means you write it down. Margin of safety is equal to either budgeted sales less break-even point sales. The budgeted sales and the break-even point sales will either be in naira or in units. Now, the the what is it called? The the budgeted the margin the budgeted sales, the budgeted sales the budgeted sales in the yes, the budgeted sales in naira or in units. How do we go about it? If you check your question, we discover that we have been given actual sales. Can you see it? Are we seeing the screen? We have actual sales already. So, for the sake of this question, we make use of actual sales because it is actual sales that we have. We make use of actual sales, not budgeted, because there's no way we have gotten budgeted here. So it is actual sales that we have here, and we make use of the the actual sales. So actual sales minus break even sales. So the actual sales either in unit or in naira. Then the break even sales either in units or in naira. So but likes must go for likes. So if you want to do for uh, units, you do for units. If you want to do for naira, you do for naira. Are we together? Are we getting it?
Yes, sir.
All right, so thank you. So now the very first headache is what is our break even sales in naira or break even sales in units. That is the very first edit. Now, break-even point in revenue is okay. No, let's first do break-even point in sales in units. Please note that word, it's very important. In units. What is the formula for that one? Total fixed cost over contribution per unit. Break-even point in sales in units is total fixed cost over contribution per unit. Total fixed cost over contribution per unit. Now, don't forget that the other time we already calculated fixed cost and then contribution per unit. So what is our fixed cost? Then what is our contribution per unit? As much as workshop is concerned. And anybody remind us of that?
Okay, so for workshop, our fixed cost is 12,000.
Okay. And then
9,500.
what's contribution per unit?
So we divide our total fixed cost all over the contribution. Then we are right. By 14,500.
14,500. Have we the total fixed cost? Have you divided it by the what's it called? Divided by the contribution per unit. Have we done that?
Yeah, the total fixed cost is 12,000. While the contribution per unit is 4.
Okay. So and that gives us
So if it 0.827, or let me say 0.83.
Okay. So now, don't forget that we have our actual sales. What's our actual sales? Our actual sales is 1.12. Now, what we have gotten now, less it from it.
Okay. 1.12. We're having a negative.
No, something is wrong already. We are not supposed to have negative. Something is wrong.
0.29.
I'm coming.
Can you see it?
Okay.
Can you see it? 0.29.
Yes.
And so that was how we got it. Do you understand? So that was how we got it. Now, if you now want to get your margin of safety in million, multiply the 0.29 by the selling price per unit, which is 40,000. That must give us 1,697. Please, let's check.
Yes, 11,697.
Good. So that is how we got what is there. Is it clear now? This margin of safety, is it clear? It should be clear now. Is it?
So please come again. I'm kind of lost. After the 0.29, there is 1.12.
See, I've explained two things the other time. Let me say it again. Margin of safety is in two forms, either in units or in value? You understood how
Right.
we got it in units? Yes or no?
Yes, sir. I understand.
Good. Now, to now get it in value is not hard. What you have gotten in units, multiply it with the selling price per unit. Do you understand? Multiply it with the selling price per unit, and that gives you its value in what? In naira. I think it's clear now.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now thank you. Somebody's raising up hand. Okay, Mr. Murade, you are raising up your hand. Okay, I'm with you, sir.
Yes, sir. Is how we get it in the in units. That's what. Is it the total fixed cost divided by the contribution per unit?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Can we proceed now?
Okay, sir. Sorry, sir. Please. How do you now get the 0.29?
Uh, okay, how will I put it now? Do you understand? Okay, after have you divided the total contribution? No, sorry, total fixed cost divided by contribution per unit. Have you divided that? What did you get? Have you divided it, sir? What did you get? Divide total cost by what's it called now? Hmm. Total fixed cost divided by contribution per unit. Total fixed cost divided by contribution per unit. You need to first of all do that. Have you done that, sir? Mr. Murade, are you with us?
No, sir.
Have you?
I didn't have the figure with me. Yes, sir.
Okay, so did you get it? Did you get the figure now?
Not yet, sir.
Uh, okay. Your how will I put it? Do it this way. Total fixed cost divided by contribution per unit. Whatsoever you
Okay.
get, you take it away from Cardex sales in million. When you do that, you must get break-even sales limit. If you don't get it, then check again. Maybe you have made an error somewhere.
Okay. Okay. I will deduct it from the. I will deduct that means I will deduct 1.12.
Yes.
Okay.
So did you get it now?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Madam Fumilayo, good evening, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
We're happy to see you here. You're welcome. Okay.
Good evening, sir. Thank
Yes,
you, sir.
madam. Yes, ma'am. So, where are we now? Where are we? Where are we? Where are we? Where are we? Let me see. What else are we now? The return on capital employed. Return on capital employed. I don't think this one should be very hard for us people. So, how do we get return on capital employed, everybody? So, I don't want us to see that solution so that we can task category very well. So, how do we get return on capital employed? Return on capital employed. How do we get it? What is even the formula for finding return on capital employed? What's the formula for it?
Sales revenue over capital employed times 100 over 1.
So it's profit before interest and tax all
Mm-hmm.
over capital employed or the working capital. and working capital will be the fixed uh, uh,
Are you sure it's working capital? Are you very sure? Are you sure? Okay, what is formula for working capital? Let's get fun now. What's the formula for working capital?
Total assets minus current liability.
Is that true? Working capital. Okay, what is? Thank you, ma. Yeah, good. That is it. Working capital is current asset minus current liability. What you are saying is totally different from working capital. What you are saying is capital employed. Capital employed is total assets minus current liabilities. That is your working capital. Because that thing is representing your equity and your debt. Is representing equity and debt. Your current liability is short term, but you needed something that is more of long term. That is why you must take current liability out of total assets. Because when you take current liability out of total assets, it's now showing you the assets that in the capital that you started the business with, and then inclusive of what the capital will have grown into, and then also if you borrowed money from somewhere, it will be included. Do we understand that? Please, do we understand? Hello?
Sorry, sir. Sorry, sir. You said working capital is what, sir?
Working capital is current assets minus current liabilities.
Okay, sir.
Thank you. So, which means to get your what's it called now? What is it now? Your return on capital employed. You have profit before interest and tax all over capital employed. But if you check this question now, everything we have here does not have profit before interest and tax. The only thing you can get here is what? Is total profit. The only thing you can get there. The only thing you can get there is total profit. That's why you now make use of what? Total profits all over capital employed. Can you see it? Don't forget we have done profit before. This is 4240. And then we have capital employed. See, capital employed is at 2600. And when you go ahead to divide all that, what do you have? You have 12% for workshop, 18% for perfect wash, and the total is 15%. Now, the next one is it said total quality cost. Total quality cost. Total quality cost. Don't forget that you have 2000 here and you have 600 here. And you see, that's 2240 and 600. Okay. Now, let's look at option B. I don't know what's option B, question B. It says use pest analysis to identify issues in the company's external environment and then comment on whether the suggested KPIs addresses this issue. Don't forget pest. Pest is political, socio-cultural, and T is technological, and T and E is economic. And you see, political environment, economic environment, socio-cultural environment, and technological environment. Now, we are to talk about issues in the company. We use pest, that pest we mentioned to analyze pest analysis to identify issues in the company's external environment and then comment on whether the suggested KPIs addresses this issue. Don't forget that all the calculation we did was around the KPI, that is key performance indicators, that is what they will use to measure how well the business is doing or not. So look at the political environment. Political environment is characterized by government action, which include the giving of tax holidays. Can you see? No, we read it the other time. I was telling you to note it. So that's political environment. That is tax holiday is being given to set up manufacturing operation in the country. But this is not cadet's mode of operation, which is to manufacture outside Nigeria and the only to undertake selling operation within the out country. So which means cadets will not be able to enjoy tax of what because they are not making their product in Nigeria, they are making it outside Nigeria, coming to sell in Nigeria. So they will enjoy tax of goods. So which means while other competitors are not paying tax or they are not paying high tax, this type of company will have to pay. So that is that about let's look at the economic environment. It says economic environment is characterized by growth as the population of the middle class is increasing, although economic recession is creating more problems. There is no measure of this included in KPIs. Don't forget, they didn't mention anything like that. So there is no measure of competitors' activity, although market share provided some measures of the relative strength of cadets and its competitors. It is noticed that none of the KPIs measure current rate of growth in the area. Then let's look at the technology. Oh my god, this is 10:30. Wow, wow, wow. And we have to stop here. So let me read the technology. The technology can impact on cadets in two ways. Let's look at it. First, the development of new features for the products themselves will require continued product development at cadets as a whole. Although it will be less relevant to the operations in Nigeria, which will not have the market for cutting-edge technology yet. Therefore, it is appropriate that this area is not covered by existing KPIs. And second, new technology in manufacturing could improve further the contribution per unit as costs are cut from manufacturing process. For example, increased automation in production. So the use of contribution to measure this impact is indirect as it is also influenced by the selling price. So a measure of manufacturing cost per unit is better capture the okay. So do we have any question before we call it a day? Because I have to go and sleep now. Taking my time very well. Do we have question? Anybody? Do we have question? Please let's talk.
So me, I don't have question. I need to go and go through this one that we solved already.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Hello, sir. Sorry, sir. Sorry for this. I
You are
think
not
the last
the last one, sir.
Yes, sorry. On the part A, I think the last question, the last requirement there, I think they're asking for capital or something. I don't know.
Capital. Let me check for. Is it not capital employee you're talking about?
No, not that one. The one after that.
Let me. Maybe let's go here. Capital employee. That's what we have to.
Okay. Sorry.
We
What
thought
of
we
the total quality costs be average base?
I think we have done that, haven't we? I think we have. I think we have done that. Doing that. Okay, so aside from that, any more questions aside from that? I think we can call it a day here. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for your time. I'm wishing you all the best
Thank you, sir.
as you write
Thank
emails.
you very much.
So please make sure you go through everything and start working on everything as fast as possible. Thank you so much.
Good
Good.
night, sir.
Good night.
You're welcome, sir. Good night. Good night, ma'am.
Good night, sir.
Um,